Is Meet the Press with Chuck Todd.
And good morning, and we start with Yemen, a country once touted as a success in America's counter-terror strategy by President Obama is now spinning out of control. Yesterday, U.S. Special Forces were withdrawn as Iranian-backed Shia rebels pushed south. Today, seizing the country's third biggest city, Taiz. Yemen's president, who has already been kicked out of the capital, holed up in the south after Shia Houthis seized the capital of Sana'a in January, is now appealing for intervention from the United Nations, and an emergency meeting of the Security Council will be held this afternoon. Our chief foreign affairs correspondent, Andrea Mitchell, has been tracking all of this. Andrea, Yemen in chaos. Is this now a failed state?
It's not only a failed state, this is now a proxy war. It's civil war, and it's a proxy war between Iran-backed Shiite rebels and the Saudis. The Saudis on their border worried about their oil fields. They've had low-level insurgencies for years and years there, but this is a serious threat to Saudi Arabia. So you've got a Shiite, Sunni civil war going on with big players as behind them.
Well, look, Yemen has been a hotbed. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, shorthand AQAP. This is the essentially the failed state that we've seen. The underwear bomber launched from a lot of terrorism preeminence, trying to fight with ISIS over here. Without a U.S. presence there, AQAP can only grow.
Indeed, and in fact, we had the bombings in Sana'a, which were at least claimed by ISIS as their bombings against the horrific bombings, 130 or more dead in these mosques. We can't, the White House is not saying whether or not it is ISIS. If that's the case, then this is the first time we've seen ISIS there. It is a spreading of ISIS, but also with the special forces withdrawn, there's no way that we can continue to fight against AQAP, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, because they are calling in the airstrikes.
And very quickly, the Arab Spring. We had a big terrorist attack in Tunisia earlier this week. Have what's going on in Yemen. That was the only two semi-success stories of the Arab Spring were Tunisia and Yemen. Arab Spring, no longer a success anywhere?
No, and in fact, these forces were trained, we believe, in Libya, which is the other failed state. So you see the spread of failure and Islamic extremism beyond, if you can say anything, beyond Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. This is an even worse development.
Libya, Syria, Yemen, three failed states. Hopefully there are not more to come. Andrea Mitchell, thanks for reporting on this.